Try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Hello, let me just say I don't like either of you.
Well, that's understandable. Well, hello. And how the hell the hell is everyone doing this Friday night? It has been two weeks since you have graced my life with your presence, I guess is the best way to say it. But how I'm glad that there's people here. Hello, people. I see Mallory and Tom and Dave and Michael and other people. There's more than one. More than one. William Webb is here as well. We are indeed alive and kicking. Now, I know there was some confusion. Apparently, somebody can take care of that bot for me, please. Wow, that's quite early that we're getting that kind of porn bot action. Yeah. I have to open a different window to take care of it myself, but you guys seem to be slacking, so apparently I have to go do it. Because they're quite active. Let's see. Wow, indeed. All you people with wrenches. Thank you, Mallory. Yeah. So, hello, Chris. Chris is here. Kevin is in the back room. Should I just go ahead and bring Kevin in? Yeah, let's bring Kevin. UT sucks. What does UT have? Where? I don't know what you guys are talking about. UT sucking. I'm not wearing a UT hat.
Kevin's family's here with the bot spam. Oh, the chocolate man's here.
Yeah, the chocolate man is here. I have one Bluetooth headphone that is not doing its job.
Let's see.
And it's going to drive me insane.
Well, it's a short trip.
There we go. Yeah. Well, yes. Sanity is way in the rear view mirror by now.
Yeah.
But Kevin, we haven't seen each other in 2 whole weeks.
I haven't missed you a friggin'
I know, right? It was so glorious, the quietude and not having to look at my ugly face.
I know.
I know. I don't.
It's a curse and a blessing.
Yeah. Now, Kevin,
what?
I think we should, I think we should really let this out of the bag right now. I'm just going to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off of this one. But look at this picture that was tweeted at us today.
She's a little pissy feeling her onions today, ain't she?
Victor! Far be it from me to keep this one in my own, but obviously, then we have the Wicked Witch version.
I'm unavailable for comment.
See, look, I even animated it for y'all. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. See? Yeah. See what happens? It says Mark says he might be here from Deer Camp. Deer Camp. Apparently, one of us is a turd. I'm assuming it's you. It shouldn't be me.
Yeah, it's probably me.
Yeah. And so there is that. There was apparently some confusion. I said 2 weeks off. 2 weeks ago, but some people apparently can't count.
Including the night you said it, right? Or the afternoon.
Yeah, I said we were not going to be around, but oh look, there's another picture.
She's clarified for us. It is always Patrick. It's clarified.
I don't believe that to be true.
I don't know why you're picking on the cranky old broad, but
well, she hurt my feelings. Now Sir Didymus is on my poopy list right now.
No.
You see this? He says, I don't think there is Skip. I vaguely remember Patrick saying he was having a couple weeks off. That was we had a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
You probably always need to hide your phone. You don't want to take if you want to take a nap. That man of yours is a rat bag. I rebuke you, sir. I rebuke you for insulting my friend Mark. He is definitely not a rat bag. So then I said, how dare you call my friend Mark a rat bag?
Oh.
I'm going to say mean things about you tonight just for that. So, Sir Didymus.
Mean things.
Mean things. And then Skip defends the rat bag comment. She defends Sir Didymus calling her husband a rat bag. So then I have to get Ricky Bobby involved.
I don't understand why you get. Oh, let's bow our heads.
So we must pray to dear Lord baby Jesus right now. Please forgive the cranky old broad for abusing my dear friend Mark. Please open her eyes to his greatness and open her heart to his great photos. Please do this in your name. Amen. P.S. If she doesn't, give her warts and flatulence.
And pass the gravy. Jeffrey's in the room.
I saw Jeffrey.
So it's official. You've called her cranky old broad publicly.
I typed cranky old broad.
Publicly referred.
I typed hashtag cranky old broad.
Oh.
But she deserved it.
Kind of felt good too, didn't it?
For attacking her husband.
I know. I don't understand.
Our bro in spirit.
Oh.
Our friend, our creative partner, Mark.
I know.
Because he sends us wonderful pictures so that we can use
he
those.
Woke her up for the show. That's how much he loves and adores her.
I don't understand why anyone would say such horrible things about our friend Mark and his wonderful heart and his creative eye
over the past couple of weeks too.
So there, thank you, sweet Lord, baby Jesus.
And mean things, Sir Didymus.
And Sir Didymus is on my poopy list. But anyway, Kevin, what did you do this past 2 weeks?
I just lit candles and watched him just roll around like a little
So he
monkey.
is now 4. He's ready to get a job now and to move out on his own.
We're prepping with interviews first. We're doing that kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like SATs.
You have to get his curriculum vitae ready so that he can apply for jobs.
He's decided that it's Spider-Man. So and Batman and Mega Man and Superman and yeah.
Well, I got Batman here. I got tons of Batman here, man. Batman's the shit.
I don't know because I don't pay attention.
Actually, you can't see it, but I do have a Spider-Man lithograph on the wall hanging over here. But I don't really like Spider-Man, but it does have Wolverine in it as well. And I do like the artist, but it's right there. Yeah, it's hanging on my wall. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he does. What is it? What does he does? A Logan thing? What is that? When he does the.
Logan.
Oh. Did the porn bots go away?
I'm already. I'm kind of. It's weird that the porn bot showed up early. Normally they don't show up until I've been live like 3 or 4 hours. But anyway,
popular.
So I had a thing. I had to deal with the thing, and I had to leave town for the thing. And
now you're on probation, or
now I'm back. I have a thing on my ankle. House arrest.
Double secret stuff. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Anywho,
like a cranky old broad necklace.
What? You
like a cranky old broad bracelet.
Oh.
See? We don't know if she's got that kind of jewelry or not. We're not judging. We're just guessing.
No. I do judge. Don't.
Eddie's in here somewhere.
They changed. While we were away, they changed StreamYard a little bit.
No.
And it's a little different. So it's taken me a minute to find stuff, but I'm finding it. I'm finding it.
Yeah, well.
But I saw this video, and this has apparently been on YouTube for several months.
Yeah.
But they just tweeted this week. So I don't feel too bad for not having shared it before. But I want you to check this out, Kevin. Check this one out here. I'm gonna open it and play it.
I want you to keep in mind, go into your notes about what we on
If you vape, nicotine cravings could take control of you. Are you possessed by nicotine?
Patrick, there's more risk of her falling off of that sink and cracking her fucking skull open than there is anything about nicotine.
I can see the headline now. Young actress dies while filming commercial for The Real Cost.
Right. Why? This is almost better than the brain worms, though.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have any drugs? I'm looking to score some drugs.
I'm unavailable for comment. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that and I was like,
I remember cracking eggs in frying pans. That got me addicted to eggs.
Well,
I love eggs.
Jeffrey says that he's he thinks it's kind of cool to be able to do that kind of contortionism. At age 50,
Jeffrey,
my body doesn't bend that way. I don't think when I was that age, my body bent that way.
I can't imagine that it would. All the fantasies you want to have, it didn't.
I just don't. I don't think my body worked that way.
No, but obviously with enough nicotine and youth in your brain.
Well, apparently, and you're gonna see some pretty far out lies about vaping this today. But first, let me make sure this is pre-rubbed. Let's pre-rub it.
Pre-rubbed.
All right, I got the fluffer in here. We're making it bigger.
Break dancing. Oh my god!
All right, so here we go. Let's just go ahead. See, the control used to say share screen or share.
Oh,
now it says present.
Ooh,
see, it sounds fancier. It says present. So I'm going to present to you the second screen. Here, there. It says FDA. Let me hit the later button. This is by the Hill, by the way. The Hill. FDA, DOJ, sue vape shops for ignoring warnings about illegal sales. Now, And I've actually, when I was doing my Googling to prepare for the show, there was indeed individual stories about all 5 of these vape shops because their local news outlets chose to also report about the vape shop in their community or the tobacco store, because I think most of these are like mixed tobacco and vape retailers. Yeah. So I don't. Anyway, so this says FDA and the DOJ sue vape shops for ignoring warnings about illegal sales. So this is a file photo from January 31st of 2020. Photo, a woman. What's a hand? Could it's longer fingernails and skinnier. Maybe it could be a woman's hand. A woman holds a flavored disposable vape device in New York. A government study on adolescent vaping released on Thursday, October 6, 2022, finds that more than 2.5 million U.S. kids were using some form of e-cigarette in 2020, suggesting there's been little progress in keeping vaping devices out of the hands of teenagers. Shame on you, mother and father, and everybody who is not watching their kid.
Hey! Stop it!
2 things. 1, photo a woman. Can you please edit your shit? 2, a photo of a woman awkwardly holding a flavored disposable vape.
Yeah, I mean the arrow there. You see the arrow where you see my little cursor? The arrow there would be. I'm assuming that is where you're supposed to put your mouth.
Yeah.
On this puff device, and that means if you're holding it, let me. Oh, here I'll use the end.
Very awkwardly.
So the business end. So the woman's hand is open.
Yeah.
Like this, and the fingers are like this. So to vape this device, the way that they're picturing it, the woman would have to turn her hand all the way around like that. Just saying.
Thank you.
Just saying, yo. Anyway, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, on Tuesday said it is taking legal action against 6 e-cigarette manufacturers to stop them from selling and promoting their products. Now, again, if these are vape shops or cigarette shops, because I'm going to find you the list. Anyway, the agency for the first time asked the Department of Justice to seek permanent injunctions against vaping companies after the companies repeatedly ignored warnings that some of their products are illegal. The FDA and DOJ said in a joint release. The action represents an escalation for the Biden administration, which has been facing criticism from Democratic lawmakers and advocacy groups for not doing enough to enforce existing law. Kevin and I have been bitching about the government enforcing existing law for about 10 years.
Yeah. Give or take.
If they really want to keep the products out of the hands of children, enforce the laws that you have. There are plenty of laws that would do that job if somebody would actually do it. And again, I have no problem with them slamming the shit out of a retailer for selling a product to a kid that the kid is not legally supposed to be able to have. I think they should drag every one of those retailers through the mud if they're selling to a kid.
Yep.
I will not defend them.
Yep.
So go ahead and do that. And the more you do it, the more publicly you do it, I'm telling you, the youth numbers would go down because nobody would fucking sell to kids. And Kevin, I'm going to be the bad guy and say there are some assholes in this industry that will make $1 and they don't care who they're selling to.
Of course.
And I don't care how many people will tell me, oh, it's not the vape shops. It's the vape shops. It's some of the vape shops. Period. Anyway. Over the past year, the FDA has been fielding applications from hundreds of e-cigarette manufacturers, authorizing some and rejecting many. They haven't fucking authorized any vape shop manufacturer product.
Well,
They
it's all in the
did it.
wording.
I mean, technically, they authorized Enjoy.
It's all in the wording.
It is illegal to sell or distribute e-cigarettes that the FDA has not authorized, though many companies have been ignoring that requirement, and their products have remained on the market until now. The FDA has only sent warning letters to companies it says are breaking the law. So, Kevin, there were plenty of people in our industry that said, "Oh, we're going to keep selling until they come and get us," right? So now they're starting.
Yep.
Now they're starting. Here's a quote from Brian King. Remember when I did a picture of Gottlieb and I put a crown on his head?
Yeah.
Remember that? I used to call him King Gottlieb. Did a whole bunch of shows with Gottlieb. If you go through the old shows and look for the little thumbnail, there's pictures of King Gottlieb. Well, now we actually have a king at FDA.
Sadly.
Yeah. We will not stand by as manufacturers repeatedly break the law, especially after being afforded multiple opportunities to comply, said Brian King, director of the FDA Center for Tobacco Products. According to the agency, all 6 of the companies the FDA is suing, e-cig Crib, Soul Vapor LLC,
All right.
Vape LLC, Vapor Craft LLC, Lucky's Vape and Smoke Shop, and Bud Out.
I like that one.
Previously received formal warning letters stating they were in violation of law because they had not submitted their legally required application seeking permission to sell their products. Now, I have to wonder, does Lucky Vape and Smoke Shop actually manufacture e-liquid, or are they just a retailer?
I'm unavailable for questions.
And is it Butt Out? I mean, I'd love to see what's on the Butt Out labels.
I'd like to see their logo. Yeah,
I would like to see what their company logo looks like. Now, e-cig Crib also doesn't sound very professional. E-cig Crib.
Well,
are they actually manufacturing product, or I think we're going to find out, Kevin, that they singled these 5 or 6. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 people, and I bet you $10 none of them manufacture product.
Well, they could mix. You never know. I doubt it. You never know.
Very few people are doing that anymore, Kevin.
Well, if they don't know any better, they're still doing it.
Well, wink. I mean, a name like Butt Out or e-cig Crib.
We don't make our own. Wink, wink.
I have a feeling that all 6 of these companies are probably not. Well, Vaporcraft LLC, they actually may manufacture stuff because that sounds like because they're crafty. They may actually craft stuff, but I guarantee the vast majority of these 6 companies probably don't manufacture anything. Yeah. And yes, Delaware Vapor is mixing because they have always mixed. I've known Andrew for 11 years. But I bet you $10 they mix stuff in a lab in advance. They don't go into the back room and mix each bottle by hand like back in the old-timey days.
Way back when.
I remember back in old-timey days.
Why, I remember.
So I'm assuming that every one of these, except for maybe Vaporcraft, are probably just retailers that sell other companies' products.
And I want to see their actual advertising.
I mean, and I have no proof of that. I'm just looking at the names of the companies.
Yeah. And the allegation.
That these are, and especially Lucky's Vape and Smoke Shop. I guarantee that that's a hybrid store, and they probably only sell. Yeah. But again, Mike, they're not mixing one bottle at a time.
Well, it says permission to sell their products, so you can't tell if they're manufacturing.
Well, up above they're saying manufacturers.
Yeah,
right here.
Well, it's all in the wording.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And here, 6 e-cigarette manufacturers.
Yeah,
they are suing 6 e-cigarette manufacturers. I have a feeling, like I said, that the vast majority of these guys are probably small operations. They're probably retail only.
Yeah.
And if they really were going to make a dent, Kevin, they would be suing Candy Bar or whatever fucking,
right. Yeah.
You know, that's, I mean, if that's what, if according to the numbers that I looked at, Juul is no longer in the top 3 of the products that kids use. It's these candy bars or whatever bars or what Rip bars or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are the ones the kids are going for. If you want to fucking make a mark, go after them.
Yeah. Well, it looks good on paper, Patrick.
Sue the fuck out of them, because justification for spending millions of taxpayer dollars on a lawsuit. You should target.
Right. You're gonna assuming that there's 6 local little
actually
shops.
Smack the shit out of the motherfuckers that are actually doing the bad stuff, Kevin.
Well, these are good examples for everyone, I guess,
Yeah,
but they're probably standalone.
No, they're going to go after the guys that have no money to legally represent themselves.
Right.
Steve in the chat room says that Butt Out is in Phoenix and is already out of business.
Pruny.
and E-Cig Crib apparently was in South Dakota. And Skip says she doesn't know if it's still there.
Oh, good.
So,
even better.
If you're going to make an announcement and have a joint press conference with the DOJ, go after the motherfuckers that are going to actually make a big deal about this.
And actually be still open, I hope. I hope they're all open.
Well, I mean, technically, if there's any damages, you want a company that can actually pay the damages.
Yeah, of course. But it looks good on paper.
I'm telling you, it would look good on paper if they went after Candy Bar or whatever the fuck the name of that company is and got a couple $100 million settlement or, that would mean something, Kevin.
Yep.
That would look good on paper.
Yep.
No, they just went. I mean, this is a PR move. This is just to make people think that they're doing something.
Yep.
So, yeah. An agency spokeswoman said the companies repeatedly violated the FDA's pre-market review requirements for new tobacco products, even after the FDA warned them about such violations. The FDA's prior warnings noted that further violations could lead to enforcement action, including injunction. The companies can enter consent decrees of a permanent injunction, which prevent them from directly or indirectly manufacturing, selling, or distributing any new tobacco products unless they get marketing authorization and agree to an FDA inspection of their facilities. For the companies that don't agree to consent decrees, the government can request injunctions preventing those defendants from directly or indirectly manufacturing. How do you indirectly manufacture something, Kevin?
I don't know.
Does that mean paying somebody else to manufacture it for you?
I don't know. It's
selling or distributing any unauthorized tobacco products.
Affiliates.
Oh, see, here it is. It's Puff Bar that's right there. Advocacy groups cheered the action, though none of the companies are major players in the e-cigarette market. Puff Bar, which is one of the most popular brands among youth, only received a warning letter earlier this month.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
Survey said.
That's right. And congratulations.
Are you crazy?
The FDA wouldn't comment if similar actions are planned against other companies that have received warning letters. No comment. Are we going to do the slow clap on that one? Yeah. I think Kevin froze. Everybody raise your hand if I am moving and Kevin is frozen. I think the survey says broke the thing. Is anyone there? Okay. So there's some hands. So I'm still here. Kevin is just frozen. Frozen. Let me go ahead and close this one up. Kevin's a spinny wheel now. He's spinning. And Kevin is very broken. You know, at his age, it doesn't take much to break him. I should just remove him from the stream and see if he'll come back. But anywho, as long as I'm still here, we're good to go. I know that there's probably about a 10-second lag because between the time I asked if he was frozen and the first hand came up was about 10 seconds. Yes, Jeffrey, I think OEM and indirect manufacturing are probably the same thing. That's like when you order something from China and ask them to put your logo on it. Yeah. I would not be surprised if the kid turned the Xbox or PlayStation on and stole the Wi-Fi signal. But anyway, I think we did a story on this a while back. I'm going to just hit remove and then I'm going to kick from studio. Let's see. Oh, he already kicked himself. I don't have to do it. Good job. Dangle clacks. Isn't that what one of the other YouTube people say when their internet problems? But anyway, I saw this and I think I could have sworn that Kevin and I covered nicotine gummies previously. I have yet to see nicotine gummies anywhere, but apparently they're so prevalent and widespread that they are calling them the next public health crisis, nicotine gummies. As the FDA renews efforts to clamp down on vaping, the illegal flavored gummies are rising in popularity. I don't think that "the" needs to be there. It should just say illegal flavored gummies are rising in popularity among kids. Yeah. I don't know. David is asking, how is nicotine gummies any worse than a patch? I don't know. Or nicotine gum, to tell you the truth. But we're going to see. Yeah, he moved. He's no longer frozen. He has moved. But I have yet to see nicotine gummies anywhere. Kevin, have you seen nicotine gummies anywhere? Are you speaking?
Never, ever.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for you to talk. Yeah, I have never seen them. Yep. I don't believe that they exist, to tell you the truth.
No, never seen one.
Yeah. But anyway, a new class of flavored non-tobacco oral nicotine products. This is already full of typos, Kevin. A new class of flavored non-tobacco or nicotine products. It should just say, including gummies, gums, lozenges, and tablets, have been dubbed a public health crisis just waiting to happen among our nation's youth by the FDA. Officials say that the fruit-flavored products pose serious harm to children due to their high nicotine content. Now, I think I'm like a crotchety old man now, Kevin, because I see this. This is a story about youth gummy abuse, and they're showing a bare belly here. If this is a young girl, I'm an old man. I'm getting all judgy.
That's a midriff.
A bare midriff in teenage girls. I think I'm getting stodgy. Now I'm crotchety and stodgy now.
Well, when you're trying to tell the truth for Jillian, or I guess is the name.
Jillian McCoy. It says here, youth vaping rates remain alarmingly high in the United States. An estimated 2 million middle and high school students have reported that they use e-cigarettes last year. But another nicotine product is also catching the attention of teens and now public health experts. So first they're complaining about the emissions, Kevin, of vaping, the toxic heavy metals and arsenic and formaldehyde. Oh, speaking of formaldehyde, let's go down this rabbit hole real quick. Earlier, right before we went live, I saw a tweet. Here, I saw this tweet. So, We Care, who's Red Hawk 70. Red Hawk says formaldehyde is used in cabinets, carpets, furniture, glue, and concrete. Mostly it's known for embalming dead people and causing cancer. It's also produced by e-cigarettes. You'd never ingest formaldehyde, so why would you inhale it? And I'm like, dude, do you actually produce formaldehyde in your body? So I was like, I doubt We Care, which is Red Hawk 70, is well researched in normal human respiration. Otherwise, their tweet about embalming fluid, glue, carpet, would also mention that formaldehyde is also exhaled in normal human breath and excreted in urine. The human body manufactures formaldehyde. So anyway, back to this. When I was digressing about all the people that are complaining about the harmful emissions, here's a product that has no emissions. Kevin's already frozen again. Did you notice that? Oh, no, he's moving. He just muted himself. So
Anyway, yes, Jeffrey Zamora says pears have formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is in nature. It's all over the place. Anyway, why are they complaining about an oral nicotine product that has no heavy metals, that has no formaldehyde, that has none of this other nonsense that they've been lying about? Makes no sense to me. But anyway, a new class of flavored he left again. Non-tobacco oral nicotine products, including gummies, gums, lozenges, and tablets, is quickly gaining in popularity among young adults. Oh, see, there's that word. If it's popular among young adults, what's your problem? They're adults. They can make their own choices for themselves. Sold in flavors such as Blue Raz, Cherry Bomb, and Fruit Medley. Their candy-like taste, design, and ability to be concealed are similar to the marketing tactics that propelled sales of flavored cartridge-based e-cigarettes until the US FDA banned cartridge-based flavored vapes in 2020. So if they're saying that because they are marketed and sold in flavors, yeah, Kevin is gone. His kid turned on the video game, I guarantee it. That's the same marketing tactic that fruit roll-ups use, or that fruit on the bottom yogurt uses. Are they being compared to big tobacco tactics? Oh dear Lord, flavors. Yes, Michael Redfern. Anyway, now the FDA is targeting both e-cigarettes and flavored gummy manufacturers in its renewed efforts to curb youth nicotine consumption, which we would never, ever, ever promulgate or promote here in this show. Kids should not be using these products, period. Anywho, in August, the agency issued a first of its kind warning letter to nicotine. Nick Crave, they're not selling that anymore, arguing the company did not seek or receive, blah, 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 blah. Officials also stated that the flute flavored products pose serious harm to children because of their high nicotine content resembling actual candy, and called the gummies a public health crisis just waiting to happen among our kids, or our nation's kids. It's redonkulous to me. Redonkulous. As the rationale for its warning, the FDA cited a new study in youth consumption of non-tobacco oral nicotine products led by School of Public Health alum Alyssa Harlow. This was published SPH 1621. The study found that these flavored gummies and other non-tobacco oral nicotine products were the second most popular nicotine product among high school students in Southern California, only falling behind e-cigarettes. While nicotine gum has been on the market for years, flavored nicotine gummies are a relatively new product, and this study is the first to provide insight in how widely they are consumed by youth. So widely, I've never seen one. Seems odd. Anyway, flavored oral nicotine products are discreet, often resemble candy, and they contain high concentrations of nicotine, which is addictive and harmful for the developing brain, even though they said up here a while ago, young adults. Yeah. Michael Redfern says, when peanut butter gets warm, it becomes perfectly drippy. Are they confusing nicotine gummies with the THC gummies? No, they're saying specifically nicotine gummies, and the company that they targeted above is an actual nicotine. They weren't making them anymore, but they had apparently been in the past. Anyway. Since Kevin skipped out because his internet shitted on him, shat on him, I should make Skip come in here so that I can make fun of her some more. Now an epidemiologist, and there's Kevin back. He beeped in my head. Let's see. Are you done roboting, Kevin?
I don't know. I rebooted it all.
The kids were hypothesizing in the chat that maybe your the dope smoker had turned his video game on.
No, that's the other one.
Oh.
No, I was chasing the porn bots around a little bit in the room, and then I went back.
Don't you're only allowed so much bandwidth.
I know.
No,
he's not even playing. He's not doing anything.
Then whoever hypothesized that in the chat room was wrong.
He's on his own fucking show.
Jared. Say it again louder.
You're a big boy. You can run your own show.
You're a big boy.
I am a big boy. Don't get me wrong. But it's not nearly as fun as having your dad to pick on.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nicotine-induced stupidity.
Anyway, death from THC, I don't buy it, Troop says. He's either been silent or just arrived and wants to sneak a comment in like he's been here the whole time. No, that was somebody else. Oh, Steve said. Now, if a kid died from eating a THC gummy, it would have to be like a 2 to 3 year old and ate a whole bag maybe of the 500 milligram gummies.
Right.
But then unless there was something wrong with the child to begin with, usually the body will try to reject the, that's what happens when you drink too much booze and you throw up. It's your body trying to get rid of it.
Poison.
That's usually what happens first.
Yeah.
First. Unless you're like, Jimi Hendrix and you pass out and then you vomit and aspirate on your own vomit. That's pretty gross too.
Yeah.
Or Mama Cass.
Yep.
Very similar situation. Choked to death on a sandwich. Young people who use one nicotine product are also at greater risk of using other tobacco products like e-cigarettes, Kevin.
Oh, of course.
And we worry about kids developing lifelong addiction to nicotine. That's why we're trying to make them stop using the product that allows them to control the amount of nicotine that they ingest. or inhale by only letting the big manufacturers that make 70 milligram nicotine products.
Yeah.
The FDA only recently gained the authority to regulate these products. Prior to this spring, the agency could only regulate products with plant-derived tobacco.
Let's see. That was what, 2016?
Yeah. Crave Nic's products include synthetic nicotine, which is how the company and e-cigarette companies have been able to market their products as tobacco-free. But in April, Congress expanded the FDA's authority to regulate all forms of nicotine, regardless of whether the tobacco is plant-based or manufactured. The Nic Crave website now lists their products as discontinued. Yeah, this is the same story that we covered. I think they just cut and pasted this shit from a story from 2 months ago, Kevin.
Yes.
So there has not been a whole rash of new nicotine gummy epidemic nonsense because I've never seen one.
Well, if there were, then all the vape shops would be selling them.
I know, right?
So there you go. Does anybody know that there's any nicotine gummies in any vape shops?
I've never seen any, but I have. All the vape shops here are gone, Kevin.
It's like a pre-release of new stuff that they know is coming, and like they have information, and they're just going to stuff your head with bullshit about something that doesn't happen yet.
Yeah, all of the vape shops here in South Texas, or at least in Corpus Christi, Texas, are gone.
And I showed you the little on thing that Jeremy got. If you got nicotine gum and nicotine lozenges and whatever.
Nicotine pouches are quite popular. Isn't that what isn't that what that is? Is a nicotine pouch?
Yeah, pouch. So see, that's another problem I have is this is easily concealed. If I were an addict, if it were to use that term, and I were a child, and I couldn't smoke in school because they could.
You are childlike,
you could see and smell it. If I were vaping, you could see and possibly smell it. Fruit flavors and odor. So why wouldn't they automatically go straight to, I'm going to wear a patch because I love my nicotine so goddamn much that nobody can see that.
If they were really that addicted to nicotine, Kevin. No, the only problem is those patches are quite expensive.
Yes, they are.
So
but
vaping
addicts will do whatever they can, Patrick.
Well, yeah, but if they can buy a puff bar at the convenience store for $10, why would you go to the Walmart and buy a nicotine patch
or gum,
like $26
or gum?
That's expensive too.
I know. So why would they, be vaping in their bathroom if they could just stick it on their arm?
I mean, the vape shops around here before they went out of business were selling CBD. I mean, this is Texas, so THC is not legal here. But they were selling alternative products. None of them, I literally begged one of the most well-known vape manufacturer, friend of our show, years ago. I said, dude, I'm telling you, snus or snus, whatever.
Yep.
Those are a natural fit for vape shops. If you're claiming that you're trying to help people quit smoking, this is, you should offer as many things as possible that are not combustible. I do have a problem with vape shop, and I have a personal opinion about selling THC products and CBD products in vape shops. I know that Gerlitz claims that CBD helps people quit smoking. I've not seen that. And that's fine, but I think that we should have stayed the fuck away from that industry because that opened the door. So, yeah.
Just like a patch and a gum and the lozenges.
But at least the other products, the actual gummies, the toothpicks, the nicotine toothpicks, the pouches, the snus, those are, I mean, there's credible science involved in that verifies that those products that are alternative, it's just a different delivery method of nicotine. But yeah, I said, dude, you need to get a contract with Swedish Match now, because they had just received their marketing order to sell here. I said that would have been a natural fit. You guys could have, because the Swedish Match, the snus have to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
But if you become a retailer for them, they put this little refrigerator with a glass door behind the counter.
Yeah.
With the snus in them.
Yeah.
Would have been a perfect match for vape shops, but no. No. Anywho, so we've done a lot of coverage of schools putting taking the doors off of bathrooms, installing vape detectors, making students have an escort to the potty. But here, this is a new one from last Friday, since we weren't here. A lot. Bruni says, how many vapors that use cannabis still burn? A lot. I mean, a lot. There's pre-rolls. There, lots of vapors are smoking their pot. Smoking it. Anyway, so here's a story right here, Kevin. Look. Now I'm gonna play this video and immediately let me know whether it has audio. Oh, you know what? Let's because I don't see. I have to hit present, screen share audio.
We've stepped up in the world. We're not going to show. We're going to present.
We're presenting. Let's present to you this story from 6KFDM.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combo.
Well, I know that there's
I got sound.
Ad. Did y'all have sound?
Yep.
At the beginning,
Logan would say an ad.
Good evening to you. I'm Kimberly Roosley. Thank you for joining us tonight. Aaron is off. First at 10, vaping, potential violence, and how to detect and prevent both on school campuses. The Beaumont School Board taking up the critical issue that has become a priority after Uvalde. KFDM's Skylar Williams joins us in studio tonight to explain the program and share reaction. Skylar?
Hi, Kimberly. The district is looking at buying more than 100 monitors that can do a number of things. School board members...
Now, 100 of these monitors, Kevin.
This must be a big fucking school.
Now, if they... in the story, they put the price tag. They tell you how much it's going to cost. But I don't know if they do so in this video. But if they don't in the video, we'll go down and read it in the article.
Listen to a report about a pilot program to buy 120 sensors that can detect vaping, smoking, and noises that signal emergencies, including violent acts on campus.
So noises that signal an emergency. Like I have extreme diarrhea and it's making quite loud sounds.
Roll
Does
that, roll that Dumb
set
and
off
Dumber
the
footage.
Yeah.
Board members told us reducing violence is always a priority, and the highly publicized attack in a Westbrook bathroom adds to the importance. The cost of the devices would be about $250,000.
120 devices, and the school board is going to pay $250,000.
250 divided by how many? 130?
No, yeah, 120.
130.
120
divided by 120. 20,000 a piece. 20,083 a piece.
And now, I often hear people saying that schools don't have enough money to buy textbooks.
Right.
The teachers have to buy supplies out of their own pocket for projects for their students. Yeah. I hear that teachers don't make a living wage, but they're going to spend $250,000 on
noise
sensors.
detectors.
And
The board did not make a decision tonight, but the trustees all expressed support for the program.
Until recently, we didn't have as many of these fights that we're having right now. So we just got to stop it right now and make sure all the kids and the staff.
So
what did he say?
Hey! Stop it!
Fights.
Stop it!
Fight.
Right here. He said, here, let's go back a few seconds.
Stop it right now and make sure all the kids and the staff are safe.
I know my kid's going to go in there, and because that monitor's in there, they're more likely to do the right thing.
Okay, so now this man is saying that his kid will not do the right thing unless he thinks that he's being spied on.
You'd be more likely. Modal verbs and phrases.
So, therefore, you're admitting that you're a failure as a parent to do your job because your kid is only going to act good if he thinks somebody is watching.
Locks keep honest people out.
That is sad to me.
Parenting is an action verb.
Because I was afraid that my mama could see everything I was doing, whether there was a camera there or not.
This is my picture of you at the principal's office. You're waiting, going, one of us is going to get our ass chewed, and I'm not sure if it's you or me.
I'm just saying, if this man is admitting that his kid does not act right unless he thinks that somebody's watching.
Well,
if there's a crowd in there, it's going to detect it. If they're smoking or vaping in there, it's going to detect it. So I feel good about it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel good about people spying on my kid in the bathroom.
Oh, God. This is what we've come to.
I don't want to do my job as a parent. So I want the school to do it for me. Spy on my kids while they're pooping.
Well, sure.
The next step is to conduct a pilot period to see how well the devices work. The board expects to vote on buying the equipment in December. And on another note, school board member Denise Wallace-Spooner made a motion to raise the cost from $15 to $40 for students to get their cell phones that are taken away. But
What? Say that again. What?
So kid takes a cell phone to school, gets caught using the cell phone, and they charge $15 for the return of their private property.
Oh my God.
I have to buy my phone back from this school.
What's that word we use in the show? Liberty? What? What's wrong with these people? Oh my God.
This is Texas, bitch. What the hell?
This is the crumbling of civilization.
BISD can't legally charge more than 15. Kimberly?
How can the school charge you to give you back what you own already? How can there be a legal price, Max? The state says, "Oh, you can charge, but you can only charge $15 to give them back what they already own."
Why can't they charge them for vaping or smoking or fighting or anything
else?
Here's
a citation. That sounds better. Here's a citation for breaking the rules.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
imagine I'm going to be at the principal's office with Logan a lot.
I don't know, man. I don't know about our society.
Crumbling.
I think we should have stayed in the fucking trees, dude.
I think we're going back to the trees.
I mean, whoever the asshole is that thought it was a good idea to crawl out of the trees and put clothes on.
Yeah.
You ruined it for the rest of us, dude.
So,
so now we did a story about the surveillance state spying on your kids.
Yes.
Now let's do one on the state brainwashing your kids.
You ain't going nowhere, Bruni.
This is from the Roswell Daily Record.
Well,
the voice of the Pecos Valley. So, I mean, if this is Roswell, New Mexico, the aliens have already eaten your brains.
Yeah.
So it says local students hear of vaping dangers. And then here is this is Texas as well. Look at this. This motherfucker has a Texas. God damn it. They're making Texas look bad.
I'll snatch you back over here, Bernie.
All right. So this is Chad Curry, and he's a paramedic in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the students of Goddard High School. This was Thursday, about the dangers of vaping and drug use. He is making presentations at Chavez County Middle School and high schools as part of the Red Ribbon Month.
Does anybody have any drugs? I'm looking to score some drugs.
Survey says.
Just looking at this guy, look at his face. His eyes look a little fucked up. I bet you $10 he's on some drugs.
Probably nicotine.
So, let's look here. All it could take, Kevin, is just one hit for vaping to turn fatal.
Well,
the potential serious dangers of vaping, whether nicotine, cannabis, synthetic drugs, illegal substances, or a combination of these, is being shared with Chavez County students by a man with firsthand experience treating the bad outcomes experienced by youth and sometimes bearing the duty of telling parents their children have died.
See, now that's a very broad, blanketed statement. Because, of course, if he's a paramedic or whatever the alleged title is, he's done that, regardless of what the cause was. Right? So now it's insinuating that it's because of...
Well, I mean, the next paragraph, I'll wait a minute.
Hang on.
When I get to the word, you can stop me. So this says Chad Curry, a paramedic with 26 years in emergency medical services and now affiliated with the University Medical Center in Lubbock, Texas, is touring Chavez County schools to tell students about the potential dangers of vaping in the hopes that some will stop and will encourage others to do so.
Potential.
So now if I scroll back up here and I say all it could take is just one hit for vaping to turn fatal.
Now it's just potential.
See, now it could.
Yes. Potential. Might. Possible.
Potential.
What did stupid become a pastime?
So this guy says the potentially serious dangers of vaping, whether nicotine, cannabis, synthetic drugs, illegal substances, or a combination of these. So we had a story about a month ago from the scientist at the Tennessee State Crime Lab.
Yeah.
Said that what's that drug?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl cannot be vaped. Well, it cannot be vaped. It cannot. You can't get. People aren't vaping fentanyl. It's not happening. Now, what other serious? I mean, cannabis. If you're smoking or vaping cannabis, the only serious dangers could be burning that frozen pizza,
right?
Or
actually eating more than you should. Maybe
eating too much.
You're gonna overeat before you die.
Now, I don't disagree. Synthetic drugs are bad. I like my drugs to be natural, but synthetic drugs, there's some potential. I'm not going to deny, but you're adding all this other nonsense in here just so that you can encapsulate everything.
Well, geez, Patrick, my wife has fallen. So if you walk, you have the potential to fall. And I want you to be aware of that. And I don't
Now, I do want you to be aware of this, Kevin. As a therapist who works with senior citizens.
Yeah. Are you calling my wife a senior citizen?
Well, no. You just said that your wife falls and potentially could fall because she is ambulatory. It is actually illegal. So if I do documentation on a patient and say this patient is a serious fall risk, I have done everything that I can do, because legally I cannot put a seatbelt in their wheelchair to prevent them from falling, because the state says that is a restraint and they have the right to fall. I am not lying to you, Kevin.
Oh my God, my head hurts. Stop.
If I have
Rudy, I'm going with you.
If I have a patient who is known to be a sundowner, which means that they in the evenings, that's when they become more active. We cannot put bed rails on their bed.
Oh my God.
Rolling out of the bed.
Because you're restricting their liberties and freedom?
They have the right to fall.
Holy Jesus. Where's the humanity part?
So they have that right to injure themselves. But we don't have the right to choose a healthier alternative to smoking, Kevin.
Harm reduction, of course, right?
Yeah. No seat belts for you, bitches.
What if they request the seat belt?
No, that's a different story. That has to be documented that they've requested.
Oh my fucking word.
So, the younger patients that have
I don't have the right to put my wife in
no cognitive decline, they can request one. Wow. But the patients that have difficulty with memory problems and things like that, that aren't capable of asking for the seatbelt with a button to unlock it. It's not like, it's just like a car seatbelt, dude. You push a button on it, comes right off.
Yeah, it's not a straight jacket.
No. It is not it technically could be considered a restraint, but is a unlocking restraint that they can self unlock. Anywho,
oh my God!
Since you it's just because you brought up that your wife is a faller.
No, she has fallen once, so that means walking is dangerous, and it should be banned.
Yeah. So let's see. Is there more of this?
Michael. Oh my God.
So see, here's a quote. Now, this is a quote from this 26-year veteran of emergency medical services. We are seeing more and more kids who are sick and dying and getting lung transplants and having a lot of big issues at a very young age, he said during a Thursday morning presentation at the Goddard High School gymnasium. Lung transplants?
Really?
Gaslighting. Oh, dear Lord. See what I said? Brainwashing. Approximately 1,200 Goddard students were expected to hear the message on Thursday. Curry has been giving the vaping education presentations for 5 years in New Mexico and Texas. And he is on a talking tour to area high schools and National Guard Youth Challenge Academy this week as part of Red Ribbon Month, a youth drug education program funded locally by the Chavez County DWI program and the donations it receives.
Script. Here's what you're going to say. Here's how you're going to say it. You can even lie.
Yeah, you can just make up shit about lung transplants.
You can even lie.
Yeah. Next week, we will talk to Chavez County Middle School students. Red Ribbon Week during the last week of the October will include different drug education and prevention programs in local elementary schools, says Diane Taylor, DWI program coordinator. There is not a school in the area that does not have a problem with vaping, Taylor said.
Wow. There's a whole lot of adults having problems administrating their schools then, obviously.
It sounds to me like parents are fucking up. I already, I dissed on the last video because the guy said that his kid
only acts right if there's somebody watching him.
Yep.
That's a serial killer waiting to happen right there, Kevin.
Well, he has that
Goddard,
right to become a serial killer.
Goddard assistant principal Leslie Tivis agreed that she has heard and been aware of students at schools falling out of chairs and having to be taken to medical care by ambulance because what? Falling out of chairs?
Well, I thought they had all this coordination. They could walk upside down on a ceiling on that video when we started. Now they're falling out of chairs.
Now they're falling out of chairs because of vaping?
By golly. This crap.
Did their device leak all over the floor and their shoe slip in it or something? What the devices are easy to conceal when they are regular vape pens. Oh, here it goes. But they also come in deceptive designs looking like writing pens or the drawstrings of hoodies.
Yeah, of course. Which they suck on those all the time.
Actually,
right?
I've actually seen that. The vape hoodie. I've seen that.
Good Lord.
According to research presented by Curry, while the ingredients used in ordinary vapes can be harmless, they become irritants or toxins when heated. Which can lead to lung infections, collapsed lungs, and popcorn lung.
While the ingredients used in ordinary vapes can be harmless. Really? Really? Oh my God, this is so stupid. I heard harmless as well, Michael. It perked my little interest.
Well, the ingredients can be harmless, for sure.
Wait,
PG is definitely harmless.
I thought
VG,
nicotine was the most dangerous drug in the world, right? but by itself, the gun can't shoot you if you don't touch it. It's harmless.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Many teens have required ventilators, Curry said, and even teens and young adults have received lung transplants after years of regular vaping.
All right.
When people are sold vapes containing synthetic drugs or fentanyl, there's that fentanyl.
Oh my God. Oh, brain injury. Oh.
Just one hit can cause death.
Wow.
While vaping was the focus of most of the talk, Curry also gave some information about brain injuries that have been documented from drug use, regardless of how the drugs were consumed.
Right.
Symptoms include memory loss, poor concentration, learning difficulties, and problems affecting mood, self-control, or attention spans.
Well, sure. If they're having brain transplants, their mood
lung transplants. But this, I'm assuming that this is shifting away because it says here they started talking about about drugs. According to the U.S. Center for, but now it's going back to vaping. According to the U.S. CDC, 1 in 9 high school students reported using e-cigarettes in the previous 30 days in 2021. The rate was 1 in 35 students for middle schools.
Skip, kids are falling out of chairs now, so you need to be aware of that. That's what you meant.
Yes. So let me just take a minute here. I gotta take my brain off this nonsense for a second here.
Did you see
refill my drink? I get my drink on.
Media is a clusterfuck of stupidity.
Dude, at this point, I'm thinking our fucking whole country is a fucking clusterfuck.
Jesus Christ. Have you lost your ever-loving fucking mind?
I hope everybody hasn't been paying too much attention to my Twitter this week because I have been dragging Beto O'Rourke pretty much daily. And Beto supporters have also been drug because of stupidity and brainwashedness. The brainwashedness. It's really funny though, is I constantly see people that don't live in Texas, like posting on these tweets, on his tweets. Oh, we're praying that Texas gets Beto as their governor.
Sure.
I'm in Wisconsin, but I want I really care about Texas governor. And then I see people from California and Wisconsin and Florida, all over the country. Oh, I'm sending my weekly payment or my weekly donation in Beto.
Why?
I'm like, why are you sending money
I think
for a
there's
Texas candidate?
I think there's a hidden cottage industry, Skip, for cranky old broads to sit in schools behind children so they don't fall. That's my theory. I don't.
Now, when I was in, I went straight to the first grade. Like I didn't do preschool. I didn't do kindergarten. I went right to the first grade. And I was jealous of all my friends that got in kindergarten because they had to buy those nap mats for kindergarten.
Well, yeah, I like those.
And then they had nap time and I was like, I missed out on that, damn it.
That's what's wrong with you. You need a nap.
I always need a nap, Kevin. I think that I want to go to the European model where you work like 4 hours and you have like a 3-hour break and you work for 4 more hours.
Yeah. Careful, I almost fell off my chair.
And that was because of vaping.
It's clear and obvious.
Yeah. So anyway, it says in August of 2022 and August of 2022 report by the New Mexico Department of Health. So maybe this is Roswell, New Mexico, because up there a while ago it said he's giving these speeches in Texas and New Mexico. Based on survey states that about 27% of youth in 9th to 12th grades reported using cannabis.
Yeah. Yeah.
About 4% have used cocaine.
Uh-huh.
And that is from the 9th to 12th grades, Kevin.
Oh my God.
11% have misused prescription drugs. Now that's a fucking parental problem right there.
Right.
You should be able to count. You know how many pills you have in your bottle.
You should exactly.
Right?
You should not have anything anywhere
so
near
if there's
anybody.
fewer in that bottle than what you're supposed to use, or then somebody you should be fucking trying to figure out where these pills are going. But anyway, and about 3% have used methamphetamines or heroin, and that number is a lie. I can guarantee you a higher percentage than 3% are using methamphetamines, since most of these brats are on fucking Adderall, and Adderall is a meth derivative drug.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep. But that's safe and effective for children.
Yes. Let's give them all the fucking Adderall that they can take. Let's just dope them up and fuck their heads up for the rest of their lives. Anyway, Curry said if he could help just one student, he thinks his presentation has been effective. And he has heard that several students from an online presentation at Roswell High School asked about how to stop vaping.
I take issues with that. I can just help one. You know what? If you're going to be doing what you're doing, you want to help them all. So
Kevin, if I can just reach one of these chuckleheads in the chat room, we are successful.
Well, you don't. Never mind. Good night, Michael.
If we can reach just one cranky old broad,
if we could, the world would be a better place.
If we can reach one cranky old broad and get her to quit beating up on her wonderful husband.
Doghouse. What is this doghouse stuff? Just evil, wrong.
Shame on you.
So you can take a general topic, mix in all the other things that you want to talk about because that's what you do. And then you broaden the horizon of people to go, geez, everything's bad. Everything's bad. And maybe just one student will be helped. Is that your hope, really?
David Lloyd says that he drank like a fish in high school.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. And look how it turned out.
It turned out all right.
You can't see my my beverages.
Oh.
Here, I gotta tilt the camera to the.
Is it heated, Skip? It's cold.
To the bar.
So
see, there's a second camera. This is the desktop camera.
You think about the words, all he is. The next time you hear anything about anybody saying, if we could just help one person, is that the goal? Then it would be a one-on-one. Huh? What?
Kevin.
I think he just
Kevin. I'm so worried about you.
Is the word platonic?
Platonic?
I don't know. Fake.
No, that platonic doesn't mean fake.
I don't know what word I'm looking for.
I don't either, because platonic doesn't mean what you think it is.
Bullshit. That's what it is.
It doesn't mean what you think it does, Kevin.
I just want to help one husband. Can only help one husband.
We have to save him. we have to save him, Kevin.
Just one, though. I don't care about any of the other husbands. Fuck them.
Actually, he's the only one I care about. He's my friend. I'm over here looking for audio clip.
All right.
I'm looking for an audio clip. To keep talking for a second.
She said it's a nice, cozy doghouse. Does he have a refrigerator? Is there a cooking area? Does he have a couch? You know, that's my concern. I don't want him out there on a chain.
I don't want him to choking himself on his choker chain if she's been mean enough to keep his leash too short.
Alcohol soaked, probably.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
We've asked for current newspaper article in front of him, the daily front page, so we know he's still alive. We were concerned.
Extremely. Extremely concerned about his safety.
And they're like in the woods somewhere.
She could off him and nobody would know it.
Right.
That's my concern, is that poor Mark is chained up in the basement somewhere or something.
Once in a while, my nephew calls just to check in on the elderly.
Yeah, well, you are old.
And it's nice of him to do.
Yeah.
Well, David, I appreciate that you drank like a fish in high school. I don't know if you appreciate it, but.
Well, I'm sure his liver didn't care.
He said he quit at 24. Look at that. See?
I did too. I haven't drank since I was 24, Kevin.
Yeah. I'm averaging about 3 beers a decade now, it seems. I never. Oh, well, I went to
everybody knows you're not cool. No. You're not down.
No. I like what
you're
few
not
faculties
down.
I have. Yeah. Thank you, Rob.
Full faculties.
Huh? What?
What? Rob says, "Oh, that's a good looking." No, I hate to say anything bad about Logan because Logan looks just like Kevin.
There's.
So if I say Kevin looks like a goob, then that means that I'm saying Logan looks like a goob, and I don't want to say that.
Make Janice angry. Don't make Janice angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
So I have to be very careful about making comments about Kevin's appearance because it could backfire and hit the kid, and I don't want to. I like the kid.
I said, Logan, where's your imagination? And he went pointing at his head.
Pointing at his head.
He knows.
He knows.
And he loves Hot Wheels. Oh, my goodness.
Well, me too.
Hot Wheels are cool, Kevin.
Hot Wheels. Oh my goodness. He's got a few of mine. Probably 4, 5, 6.
And my mom always brought like the cheapy, the Matchbox cars.
Yep. Yeah, same thing to me.
And no. There's a significant quality difference between
There
Hot
is.
Wheel and the Matchbox.
Yeah, but when you're a little kid, you don't care. You know?
I did.
That's because you never went to kindergarten.
I was like, this is when I was a kid, if your parents bought you the less expensive version, we would refer to that as being called, that was buddy. Like, you got the buddy car, you know. Buddy was slang for cheap.
Janice's mother didn't know she had to go to kindergarten, so she didn't go.
I mean, I didn't go because when I was 5.5 years old, a dog ripped my face off, took my ear, like the entire side of my face had to be reattached.
Yeah,
I have pictures.
Were you vaping?
No,
that's
I did not fall out of a chair because of vaping. But yes, they held me out of school because they were afraid of the evil children would make fun of me, and then I would end up having to knock some kids' faces off.
Yeah, gotcha.
That would have been too mentally scarring.
Yep.
I'm still having a hard time finding this fucking audio folder.
Which one?
I have. Oh shit! I found stuff. I found stuff, Kevin.
I found stuff.
Oh yeah. Let me.
I love
these. These are audio files. Yes. Let's go into the studio real quick and add some audio files.
We're going to present these to you.
Yes, I'm going to present some new audio. Well, these are old. This is from a really old show. I like this one. I can drag these too. Let's see. Let's drag this one.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It only lets me do one at a time? I thought I could grab a whole bunch. Now, listen to this one. This is Yul Brynner. Oh, let me remove David's comment. It's been on screen for too long. People will be mad if David gets all the attention. There we go. So now let's go back to here. Let's see.
Now that I'm gone, I tell you, don't smoke. Whatever you do, just don't smoke. If I could take back that smoking, we wouldn't be talking about any cancer.
Kids are falling out of chairs, Rob.
Don't smoke.
And just one hit.
Yeah. There's a really cool Ministry song called
This
Just
is
One
a
Fix.
smoking machine. It is used to test the nicotine and tar content of various brands of cigarettes. This is a smoking machine too, although he probably doesn't realize it. His lungs are also collecting tars and nicotine. One thing about this machine, it will never get heart disease or cancer from smoking. Can this machine make the same claim?
That's right.
Yeah. Can this machine make the same claim?
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Oh. I have found a massive wealth of stuff on my hard drive.
Of audio?
Of audio and visual stuff that I had downloaded.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, I'll show this one because I hate this guy.
I'd like the list of who you
I'll play this one. This is Trevor Noah. And he's now unemployed, so
I don't even know who he is.
He was the Daily Show guy. He was the guy that replaced Jon Stewart on the Daily Show.
No.
Let's see. This is folder. Oh yeah, right here. I found it. Yeah, this is the dumbass. Oh, let's do this one. I like this one.
What's wrong?
I want to go to church. I don't. I just go to church.
They're closed today. We can't go.
I want to go to play.
What do you want to get from Chick-fil-A?
I want applesauce and chicken nuggets.
We'll have to go another day when they're open.
But open.
They're closed today. It's Sunday. Okay? Give me 2 thumbs up if we can go another day.
I want to go to Chick-fil-A. I don't know why I had that was in a previous show, Kevin. That was content that was created for a previous show. Oh, but yeah, let's watch this douchebag.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
The rugged cowboy, then?
Okay, now let me tell you, this is Gunsmoke. This is Matt Dillon over here.
Yep.
And this is Steven Dorff. In no world is Steven Dorff as manly and awesome as Marshall Matt Dillon. I rebuke you, sir. Because
I'm glad I don't know who he is.
So yeah, this guy's supposed to be funny, but he got fired just this last week off of the Daily Show after multiple years of being on the Daily Show.
Then he sucked.
Oh, here, let's do one more blast from the past. Let's see, what does the science say? Where's it at? I just saw this. What does the science say? Here, let's see what this one says.
Hard to determine the cause of more than 500 cases of lung illness affecting e-cigarette users. 8 of those people have died. But even before this outbreak, e-cigarettes had divided the medical community. The American Lung Association says bluntly, e-cigarettes are not safe. But the American Cancer Society, on the other hand, says they are, quote, significantly less harmful for adults than smoking.
Look at that, Kevin.
I know. Can you imagine?
Regular cigarettes. Another complication, the latest figures show nearly 5 million children use e-cigarettes. We wanted to see this.
Did he just say 5 million?
Yeah, at the time. So
1 million.
Well, this is probably old.
It is old. No, I mean
2018, 2019.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely old.
The cancer statement's probably 2018. So yeah. At the time, they alleged was 5. So when you have the term 50% divided, there's no consensus, that must mean that somebody's wrong.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had words the other morning.
Words?
Rob Roberts. Oh,
who did you have words with?
His neighbor.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. You should definitely not have words. That's not words.
Well, good Lord. So if you have the words "not sure," "don't know," "we don't know enough." Why are you talking?
Oh, I see what I was so distracted over here trying to find shit. I see what you're saying. He says my temp neighbor is a nurse in a pulmonary situation. We had words the other morning. He's not sure that vaping is bad long term. From what he's seen, no room. He's not sure that vaping is bad long term. ... From what he's seen.
Yeah.
No room for tobacco harm reduction or black market. Piss me off. What? Okay.
You see Yolanda and Janine snuck in too.
I did. Their latest shit. I asked one simple thing: show up on time.
class starts at 10 Eastern. Yeah.
And then you just show up whenever the
Well, I
hell
don't
you
wanna
want
show up on
to.
I'm with them. I don't want to show up on time. I don't like you.
You still do it anyway.
I come anyway.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's an addiction.
Yes.
That's all it is.
You're just addicted to being picked on.
Yeah. That's what I like. And plus, I was worried about Skip's husband, our friend.
Well, I was just mad that somebody said horrible things about my friend.
I know. And Janine's somewhere in the country. She's in country.
I know. We let her in.
Are we going to let her back out?
We're being invaded by Canadians.
Very nicely, though.
We're just invaded by old Canadian. No, I shouldn't say old Canadians. That's not nice.
Oh.
That's not nice.
You weren't being nice earlier either.
Oh, that California. You can only make California better.
Exactly.
But please don't stay there very long because it will rub off and it may not wash off.
And if you can touch Fig's hair while you're there,
Well, he's in SoCal. He's all the way down almost to Mexico.
Jay's out there too, right? Isn't that where Jay is?
Well, he's in California. I don't know what part of California he's in, but
I don't know.
Yeah, he owes me money though, so
California is like another country.
It should be. It should actually just like have that magical earthquake that just kind of breaks it off and allows it to float off into the Pacific somewhere. Maybe since they wanted to be communist, let them float all the way over to Russia and attach themselves to Russia.
Well, I heard they could see it from Alaska. Maybe they can go float up to Alaska and go on through.
Well, I kind of like Alaska though. It's a very hardy and hardworking country.
Yes,
Alaska.
She said, "Not while I'm here." What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm just looking for. Oh, here. This is not. I gotta play this.
All right.
I tried to play this a while back, and there's one line in this video segment that is my favorite. But the problem is this quote is longer than I want it to be. So we have to listen to the whole piece just to get the one audio clip that I'm going to have to maybe edit out later. But I have to present video file. Now I know where it's at. Pardon me. Would you happen to have some
Bottles and James?
Bartles and James, golden wine cooler. You remember when Bruce Willis was a musical, tried his hand at having a band, and he released a record.
I didn't know he released a record, but I remember
he actually did a bunch of videos for Seagram's.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
So here, we should have audio on this one.
You've understood the reality of the past and of the present, Winston. Now, what of the future?
Oh, yeah.
The question, how does one man assert power over another? By making him suffer. Exactly. Obedience is not enough.
Obedience is not enough.
Power is inflicting pain and humiliation, otherwise you cannot be sure. Power is tearing human minds apart and putting them together again in new shapes of your own choosing. Power is not a means, it is an end. In our world, there will only be triumph and self-abasement. Everything else we shall destroy. The past is forbidden. Why? Because when we can cut man from his own past, then we can cut him from his family.
This is a very, very powerful scene in 1984. There's a part of this where he's talking about my vision of the future is standing on the throats of standing on the throats of somebody, people weaker than me or whatever.
His children, other men. There is no loyalty except loyalty to the party. There is no love except love of Big Brother. All competing pleasures we will destroy. If you want a vision of the future, Winston, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
That's it. The vision of the future is a boot stamping on the face of a man forever.
Yeah.
Winston, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
A boot stamping on a human face.
Imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever.
Mm-hmm.
That is the future. And believe it or not, well, John Hurt was on the table. He's dead. And Sir Richard Burton was the other guy. That was his last film. He was the other guy. That is a good movie. But at least now I found it, Kevin. I found my folder of shit, but that was still not what I was looking for.
Not.
But not. I've at least I found something. I'm not going to continue to look for the thing that I wanted. Oh, I did find it, Kevin. I did find it. You were talking about saving one.
Does that mean Mark will live another day?
When we were talking about the saving one, just one. Here's a clip. Here's a clip for you.
I'm ready.
You've been near the mother box. Her scent is on you.
Please, we have families.
Why does everyone keep telling me that?
Here it comes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. See, I'm afraid of bugs and guns and obnoxiously tall people and murder, and I can't be here. It's really cool. You guys seem ready to do battle and stuff, but full transparency, I've never done battle. I've just pushed some people and run away.
This is a wussy.
Save one.
What?
Save one.
Save one person.
Save one person. See?
What is that from?
Justice League.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't know it.
It's the whiny ass little super guy saying that he's not supposed to be there and blah blah blah. And Batman says, "Save one person."
Do what you can. Just save one.
Yeah. Save one. Okay. Speaking of saving one, Kevin.
Yeah.
We can go back to we still have 2 articles to discuss.
Yeah.
You thought we were getting close to the end, didn't you?
One will make you uncomfortable. It's fair warning, and then get over it.
Yeah. Save one. Save one.
Right.
Batfleck.
I'm Batman.
Batfleck.
Batfleck.
You didn't know that's what they called the Ben Affleck Batman was Batfleck.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not in your world. I don't know.
Thank God you're not in my world.
There you go. You freaking.
Let's go to present.
Freak.
Let's share a screen.
Careful now.
Save one. Save one. Here we go. Let's see. It says here, cops, sexual battery suspect lured minor with vapes and nicotine.
So, before you go any further, a fucking freak is being a freak, period.
No, it's the vape and the nicotine's fault, Kevin.
The new side effect of vaping will be that you get molested.
Oh my God.
Sadly, that's what they're going to say. We have to ban vaping devices because kids are being molested by we're not allowed to use the term pedo anymore, right?
No, the fuck we ain't.
No. Now they prefer to be called minor attracted people.
Yeah, well, fuck them.
Minor attracted people.
How's that? Fuck them.
Some
Nope.
people are saying that it is and I am loath to make this comparison, so do not be offended. But there are some people that are now claiming that being a pedophile is a what's the word I'm looking for? See, I don't want to, they're saying that it is the same thing as being gay or being lesbian or being that it is a sexual it is an orientation.
Redefinition.
And they're trying to get themselves aligned with the LGBTQ plus groups.
No,
by saying that it is out that they were, and I'm not saying that they weren't born that way, but people can be born broken, and being a pedo is if you're born that way, then you were born broken and you need to be fixed.
I cannot imagine the community of the LGBT.
No, I'm not saying that the LGBTQ plus people are embracing this, but I'm saying these assholes are trying to fucking ruin any positivity that that the LGBTQ people have gained from their battles by trying to put themselves into that same category.
Oh, my fucking word.
So, yes, I know, Janine. Yes, they're actually doing that, but that is not what we're talking about. Well, yes, a Northport man was arrested in Charlotte County on Monday after he allegedly lured a minor for sexual acts in exchange for marijuana and nicotine. Now, you're going to figure this shit out right away, Kevin, when I tell you this guy's name. Raul Christopher Colon Ocasio.
Yeah. What am I figuring out?
That's what I'm talking about, Janine. That these people are, they need to be fixed. And being gay, not being broken. You know that we're on the same page. These people are trying to destroy any positive feelings that people might have for LGBTQ plus. I don't know all the new ones I'm sorry, but there's so many now. But anyway, Raul Christopher Colon Ocasio, 30, has been charged by the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office with 1 count each of sexual battery against a minor, lewd and lascivious molestation using a computer to lure a minor, traveling to meet a minor after luring contact through a computer, and child neglect without great bodily harm. Now, if he fucking molested that little girl or boy, it doesn't say, then if there would have, in my opinion, be great bodily harm done, and he should be castrated.
So in the first paragraph, marijuana, nicotine. In the second paragraph, it's a computer. Now,
well, no, he used a computer. He said, "Hey, I got pot and vapes. Yeah. Come meet me at the park in my van, and I'll give you some pot and vapes if you give me a blowjob."
Yeah. Well, I think the computer should be banned.
And he probably used a photograph of a much younger, looking person to attract, the same age person. You know what I'm saying? He is currently being held in Charlotte County Jail on $1.25 million. No, let that motherfucker out. Because he's gonna, never mind. You know what'll happen, Kevin? We did this story 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago about the prison inmate being murdered for being a pedo. And then
leave him there. He's fine.
Yeah, just put him in Gen Pop. Yep. That's right. Oops. I have a zero tolerance policy, by the way. I'm just saying. He is currently being held in. Oh, I said that. The arrest was announced in an online news release on Wednesday, where Sheriff Bill Prummel praised both Charlotte County deputies and the FBI for their work on the investigation. This is disgusting activity from an adult and every parent's worst nightmare. Parents, please make sure you are aware of the dangers lurking online and on mobile apps, Prummel said. The investigation began after a woman in Port Charlotte area contacted CCSO. She told deputies that her teenage daughter had been sneaking out of the house several times. At one point, the mother turned her daughter's phone over to deputies and granted them permission to search its app data.
That's parenting as an acting
firm. Damn right. According to CCSO, deputies discovered a recent string of messages with a man who offered to trade vapes, nicotine, and marijuana edibles in exchange for sex acts instead of cash.
Well,
deputies identified Colon Ocasio as the suspect based on the account's username and photos. Yeah, the man requested nude photos of the girl and sent nude photos of himself to her. The press release read, additionally, he inquired if she was underage, which she confirmed in her. So he knew.
Right. I don't understand.
I would, you know what we should just do, Kevin?
What?
When you have this much evidence, you've got the guy's naked pictures. Obviously, you can take him into the privacy of a room and have a police officer compare the photograph. There should be no trial.
No, there shouldn't.
I mean, literally.
You waive your right.
You send a picture of your ding dong to a girl. That's the same ding dong. Okay, you're guilty. We're just going to tattoo the word pedo on your forehead and put you in Gen Pop.
I can identify that tallywhacker anywhere.
Interviews with the minor revealed that she had met the suspect approximately 1 year ago and had been buying from him since then. At this point, detectives contacted the FBI task force and set up a sting operation. A member of the task force posed as the juvenile contacted Colon Ocasio. He proposed a meeting to exchange sex acts for nicotine, as well as asking if the minor had any juvenile friends who would be willing to arrange similar deals.
So the story is that he's a fucking
he's trying to expand his harem now by saying, "Oh, well, if you have any other friends that want to give me a blowjob for a vape, or to do the other thing." I'm hating this guy even more as I read this. A meeting was arranged when Colon Ocasio appeared there. He was then arrested. CCSO further alleged that there was another minor in his vehicle at the meeting. The juvenile was not involved in the investigation, only being a passenger in his car. The other juvenile was picked up by her parents unharmed. The news release also alleges that Colon Ocasio began speaking before he could read his Miranda rights, saying, "My life is over. I lost everything," before invoking his right to an attorney. Good. Just
you fucking piece of shit. pedo.
Oh, dear God.
When the fuck did you tell me I can't say that word?
I didn't. I'm just
Oh,
telling
no, I know
you that
you didn't.
they are asking to be referred to. They identify as minor attracted people. They don't
I'm
want
going
to
to
be
give you a
called
room temperature challenge and call you dead. How's that?
They self-identify as that.
Oh my God. Of all things that you can rile me up with, this is one button. This is absolutely one of the buttons.
I know. That's why
Strip searching in the fucking schools and peering into the fucking stalls, and you fucking motherfuckers need to leave fucking kids alone. There's no.
Are you trying to break the record for the number of fucks in one sentence?
Fuck. There's no justification ever. Never. Just never. I'd climb over a fucking wall to kill you.
And he had another teenager in the van.
Yeah. That's always nice.
So he was So not only did he send a picture of his binky to the little girl, got nudie pictures from the little girl, apparently has been doing this for a year.
Kudos
that
to the
particular,
parents.
and then asked for her to bring friends.
Because I know kids can be sneaky and kids don't want to tell the parents sometimes, but kudos to the parent or
God damn right.
In this case. Because I know you can't control every goddamn thing that your kid does. I know that. But when you have somebody taking clear advantage of it, yeah. Just making me growl like an old bear. That's all you're doing.
Well, here's another one.
Oh, fuck off.
Teen says that she concealed 7 vaping devices in her bedroom due to addiction.
No way.
I have more than 7 devices on my desk.
I got 3.
There's a whole cabinet over there.
And this clusterfuck band, 2 of them, saved my device again.
Saved your tank, for
rolled
sure.
the fuck on the floor and it went plunk. And I said, oh, damn.
Because, finding glass for that is going to be hard.
So, wrap them rascals.
So anyway,
what is
this says teen says he concealed 7 vaping devices in her bedroom due to addiction.
Did she tell her mother?
And the poor cat looks like it's dying.
Well, it's probably addicted to nicotine. Look at it.
Yeah. Poor cat.
Yes, William. Yes,
and there's a second one here. There's 2 cats.
It is
not that I don't like cats. So
it is a beautiful Nautilus tank. Aspire.
That is old school, my friend.
I'm all about it. It's just,
I need to find somebody that has an account.
If you got them, I take
Aspire, so that I can buy like a brick of Nautilus coils.
What, and then bribe me?
No. I just need a brick of Nautilus coils because my
I think I have one.
I'm running out.
I've got 2 more glasses, which I should never need because of my clusterfuck vape band, and then.
None of the people I know actually still sell any Aspire stuff.
Yeah, I haven't had to buy them because I think I had 8 originally. I've busted a few.
No, I'm not talking about the glass. I need the coil. I need the actual.
Oh, the coil.
Yeah, because I need to buy so much. I need them at cost.
I bought a few.
A teenager has detailed how her vaping addiction drove her to hide 7 of the devices across her bedroom and take over 3,000 puffs each week. Who the fuck is counting?
Right.
Ruby Ellis from Sydney, damn Aussie chick, got addicted. She's a bogan, I can tell. Can girls be bogan? Yeah, I think girls can be bogan. Anyway, Ruby Ellis from Sydney
got addicted to vaping at the age of 14 after seeing other students using them at her school, where, according to Ruby, they were so widespread that entrepreneurial students started importing them in quantity to sell to their peers. Hey, that's a smart. Those are business-minded kids. I like that.
I sold Hubba Bubba gum when I was a kid.
I sold weed.
I bought weed with my proceeds from my Hubba Bubba. We went to different schools together, didn't we?
Wow.
Yeah.
My hand, I'm getting the old man arthritis.
Oh.
The now 18-year-old is working to overcome her addiction and has spoken out to draw attention to what has recently turned into a pandemic, as millions of the devices, most of which are made in China, without Australian regulatory safeguards, inundate the nation.
You know,
so I have to wonder, because every time I read one of these stories, they're saying all of these products are made in China.
Yeah.
Everything's made in China, even COVID. Oh,
Is that the conclusion now?
Oops. The project quoted Miss Ellis as saying, "I would vape all the time, sometimes in front of my parents if their backs were turned, since it's so simple to conceal."
Oh yeah, that's a pretty slick way to put that into an article. I like that. That's admirable.
Where is my vape? ? And one more final puff of the vape before going to bed became a problem when that's the first thought you have when you wake up. No, the first thought I have is I gotta pee.
No, because if it's the first thing you think of is where is my vape, you can't be that addicted, because if you were addicted, you would know where your vape is, sweetie pie.
As any parent of an adolescent would, her mother, Nicola, said that she was always on the lookout for any warning signs, but she was nevertheless taken aback by the severity of her daughter's issues.
So clearly she hadn't fallen out of a chair or climbed on a ceiling yet, and there were no brain worms going.
Apparently she didn't have brain worms. She didn't have to have an exorcist, Kevin.
She
didn't fall out of her chair.
We're an information show. We want to make sure that we got it all right.
We're trying to check all the boxes. We were on the lookout for cigarette odors, behavioral changes that would indicate drug use, or the presence of alcohol. However, there's virtually no indication at all with vapes, according to Nicola. So she just discounted all of the nonsense about, your kids are going to be bratty, because they're already brats.
Most. Yeah.
That they're going to be,
This one ain't. This one's a good kid.
They're going to make bad grades. Well, he doesn't vape, Kevin.
No, he doesn't.
So he's just normal bratty. He's not super bratty. Miss Ellis disagrees, stating that there were oblique warning signs that her addiction was out of control. The adolescent said there were occasions when you saw something. Now she's arguing with her mother because her mother said, I didn't notice any changes. And she says, you weren't paying attention to me, Mom.
Right. Exactly.
If I took my first dose, Kevin,
it's a dose
in the morning, I would be consuming a huge amount of nicotine.
Right.
You would often ask me, why are you shaking? And I would respond, I just took a large dose of the vape.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So now she's dropping a dime on her mom. Her mom says, I didn't notice anything. And now the daughter says, you did too. You even asked me and I told you. So there, Miss Ellis stated that sometimes after smoking an e-cigarette, she would pass out.
Oh, yeah.
And feel quite dizzy. Oh, there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pass out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ruby's, you Aussies are screwed. I'm just telling you. Ruby.
Get rid of that guy with the skunk hair. You're distracting Janine.
I know, right?
I care about our love.
Kevin, you're going to have to find this Ruby chick and have a talk to her, because she's really making us look bad in Australia. Ruby said that she had many vapes hidden in her drawers. That's not where you're supposed to hide them. Put them in your pocket. Don't put them in your drawers, though. That's
so much innuendo.
That's uncomfortable. And other areas of her bedroom, And on one occasion, she even dug one out of the garbage and kept using it. That's like the toilet. Remember the video of the toilet? There was a dead rabbit just next to the vaporizer, but she didn't even say ew. Instead, she exclaimed, "This is fantastic," as she stood there. Children like her daughter, who is addicted to something and not in control of their life, crush Nicola's heart. The vaping trend has taken over the country, especially among youth.
Quickly, people.
Have you noticed that there's too many fucking advertisements on this page and not enough words?
Yeah, the skunk guy keeps following us.
Mm-hmm. This is ads for exercise equipment. You see this? It's trying to tell me something, Kevin. This is because they come in a variety of vibrant colors, delicious flavors like pineapple, ice cream, and chocolate, and may be made to resemble common objects like pens or USB sticks.
Paul's your hookup earlier, he said, for the Aspire. And
I know. He's got I can get them from Fast Tech if I wanted. I just didn't want to.
Fast Tech, and they are not meant to be used as butt plugs. So just so you're aware.
Well,
Skunk Boy is persistent. Oh my God, he's gone. I think. So what happened to Miss Brandy or whatever the fuck her name is? Ruby. Did she crawl?
It says here, Miss Ellis estimates that 90% of her classmates use vapes, and she acknowledged that finding one was never difficult for her. To generate a vapor that is breathed into lungs similarly to tobacco cigarettes, vapes use electricity to heat the e-liquid, which is formed of chemicals and often includes nicotine.
That's a whole mouthful of stupid. Wow.
Everything is formed of chemicals.
You're pretty near, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is this what you're referring to? This guy over here?
Yeah. Skunk guy.
Yeah. So anyway, adults in Australia may only acquire nicotine-free vapes and e-liquid with a prescription. Adults in Australia may only acquire nicotine-free vapes and e-liquid with a prescription. Nicotine-containing products can only be obtained without what?
Oh,
did you see that? Read this sentence for me, Kevin.
Adults in Australia may only acquire nicotine-free vapes and e-liquid with a prescription. Nicotine-containing products can be obtained without one. What the fuck is wrong with you people down there? What are you doing?
That sentence is not correct.
Since Olivia died, this has gotten worse. I don't understand what's going on. You guys were doing all right for a while. However, it's against the law to offer vaping items to children, nicotine or not. Boy, you guys got some common sense in one little sentence.
I'm still up here on this. I'm still up here where it says that they can acquire nicotine-free vapes with a prescription, but if it contains nicotine, they don't need one.
Paul, I don't know who the hell wrote it, and let's not give them any attention.
However, you already read that. However, despite this, there is still a booming black market for items which are freely accessible over the internet or over the counter. See, I was assuming they were going straight to the internet at convenience shops and tobacconists and may be purchased from outside over the internet. The bulk are produced in facilities in Shenzhen, China, the vape capital of the world, where millions of the goods are produced each day. Between October 21st and October 2021 and May 2022, 248 shipments of nicotine-containing items were seized by Border Force at the Australian border.
Yeah, I do like the nicotine capital of the world. That's good.
No, it says the vape capital of the world.
Or vape capital, whatever they said.
India would be the nicotine capital of the world because that's where I believe most of the nicotine is grown. The tobacco in processed and stuff is in India, I believe.
Yeah.
I know that there's other places that do it, but I think India and China are the two main countries that do the extractions and stuff like that. I know that there's Polish companies and Swiss companies, but I don't know that they're actually growing it there, but it could be. This only comprises a small portion of the enormous amount of nicotine vaping products that enter the country. 144,724 items total. More than 30% of young people in New South Wales alone have tried e-cigarettes, and 80% of those have found it simple to get the goods, according to Cancer Council New South Wales.
Oh no!
Those damn New South Wales Welch.
Oh, no. It's like anarchy over there.
I know it. They're damn. It's like it's a whole island of criminals. I'm telling you, Kevin.
I bought it briefly. It's anarchy either way.
Yeah.
The
devices proponents claim that since they wean users off of traditional cigarettes, the damage is reduced. I've never seen any of these products. However, detractors claim that they are producing a whole new generation of vapors whose risks have not yet been shown. However, detractors claim that they are producing a whole new generation of vapors whose risks. Yeah, I think we have a good idea.
Have not yet been shown. Huh.
Yeah.
Nope,
So there's an Ohioan in the chat. Do you see that Ohioan? Because the devices have not been on the market long enough, the World Health Organization states that adequate data are not available to fully comprehend the breadth of their influence on health. I think 12 years is a good amount of time, Kevin. However, the evidence is unmistakable that the aerosols of the majority of electronic nicotine delivery systems contain toxic chemicals that can cause cancer and are linked to a higher risk of cardiovascular disease, lung disorders, adverse effects in the development of fetus during pregnancy. There's so much not true in that whole
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Whose risks have not yet been shown. Imagine
that.
So a whole new generation of non-smokers is being created.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get out of this. I like to think outside the box. Thank you.
That was not the right one.
Survey said.
Just a minute, sir. I'll be right back.
Survey says. So anyway, 1 out of every 3 e-cigarettes marketed in Australia contains unpermitted quantities of chemicals and may result in harmful conditions like popcorn lung. This is the second or third article tonight that has brought up popcorn lung. Nearly 1/3 of vapes marketed in Australia contain banned quantity. I already read that. The Therapeutic Goods Administration discovered chemical concentrations over the legal limit in 31% of the 214 e-cigarettes it examined. What harmful chemicals? Oh, dear God. These contain the chemicals diacetyl and vitamin E acetate, which are well known to cause bronchiolitis obliterans, a rare disease that harms the lungs. Tiny air are well known to cause, which not even possible, not even may, not even might, well known to cause. Kevin,
no.
Well known to cause, because diacetyl was formerly used to color microwave popcorn, not to color microwave popcorn, you idiots, to flavor.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Did Glance get a new job? Is there?
You know, the last time we covered an Aussie news piece in here, Kevin, was after Holly was on the show, and they actually quoted us on the in that magazine, that Financial News or whatever it was, and we had to proofread that poor Aussie grammar.
Yes.
And this is that guy, not this guy. That guy was a published author and a well-known published author.
Well,
and we had to fix his grammar for him. And you know, we did tweet at him each one of his mistakes, and he did change them.
Yes, he did. We were in,
but he never said thank you.
No, not a fucking word ever. No,
fucking rude ass bogan. Bogan.
How did 90% of the kids get those illegal products? Nobody seems to care about that.
No.
Underage kids.
Because mommy and daddy weren't doing, even Aussie mommies and daddies don't do a good job, apparently.
Well,
all right, let's see.
I like the ones that do.
The TGA discovered that every one of the 190 nicotine vape items it examined violated the new labeling regulations intended to alert consumers to possible risks. The forbidden substances are known to induce lung damage in the form of EVALI and bronchiolitis obliterans.
Oh my God, you have obliterans.
I have bronchiolitis obliterans now.
Are you obliterated?
I need a lung transplant.
No, this is why I don't like you. You make my fucking head hurt every fucking time I come on here.
Now I'm gonna try to say this because I'm hardly ever successful in pronouncing this correctly. Tetrahydrocannabinol. Tetrahydrocannabinol. I said it right, Kevin.
Oh.
THC, a psychotropic compound, also present in marijuana.
Divert
vitamin E acetate are suspected to be the culprits behind EVALI, also known as e-cigarette or vaping device use associated lung damage.
Divert your attention to the skip comment. She was cranky when she was a kid.
I was not I was not the perfect kid, but my mom can't be blamed for all the shit I did. She was a good parent. I was a creative kid.
I like the word creative. Now she's taking it out on her husband.
I had to learn how to be extra sneaky because my mom apparently had been extra sneaky as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Federal regulation that was introduced in October of last year mandated warning labels and a set minimum safety requirement for nicotine vapes imported from outside. Additionally, buying nicotine vapes without a prescription is prohibited by law.
Well,
so all these fucking kids are breaking the law. Put them to work and breaking rocks and shit. And that would, it's a penal colony. Come on, y'all know how to take care of criminals over there.
Huh.
Or is it that you're so lax in enforcing your laws because you already know all criminals?
It's a creative way for the establishment to continue the stupidity. That's what it is. And Paul is enjoying a spliff.
Speaking of criminals.
Hey! Stop it. Stop it.
Right now. Oh.
Just saying. According to the TGA, the new legislation is intended.
This is just bad, isn't it?
Your nicotine vaping uptake in young people while simultaneously enabling existing smokers to have access to the products for quitting. In Australia, prescription holders may still buy nicotine vaping items from a pharmacist or import them from foreign websites.
Okay, now stop. Earlier, they didn't know enough. Then there's all kinds of dangers, and there's all kinds of formaldehydes, and there's all kinds of benzenes, and there's all kinds of stuff. But then you can get it prescribed by a doctor. So I'm confused.
Well, up above it said you didn't need a prescription if you were buying nicotine. Yeah.
Yes, Janine.
Only one of the 80 authorized. See, this is also a bad sentence.
It's a whole.
Only one
article.
of the 80 So which one of the 80 authorized prescribers? Only one of the 80 authorized prescribers or physicians with authorization, blah, blah, blah. So which one is it?
Well, they're unsafe except by prescription only.
This is written by like somebody that English must not be their first language. A GP who is registered with the TGA is required to be an authorized prescriber of nicotine vaping products.
Yep.
The Australian Council on Smoking and Health supports the new legislation despite opposition from pro-vaping ACOSH. The Australian Council on Smoking and Health supports the new legislation despite opposition from pro-vaping groups. So is ACOSH like supporting it or not supporting? You know, they put the abbreviation back here.
I'm confused.
This is just really, really fucked up, right?
Well, now you're going to quote Swanson, so we're all done. Because some guy in Ohio knows.
Maurice hasn't blocked me yet. According to Chief Executive Maurice Swanson, ACOSH firmly supports any policy that would successfully prevent the flow of illicit disposable e-cigarettes into Australia that were being used by a growing number of children and teens.
You're not going to stop the flow. It's only going to get worse.
The use of e-cigarettes by children and teens is the subject of rising concern, Kevin.
I'm not concerned you haven't been blocked by Maurice. He is no BG.
I don't know.
Night, Rob.
Just saying, this was. I figured to get you like all like bent out of shape.
So they're like they're going to kill you, but you can get them when you're prescribed only, because then they're safe, and we don't know enough. It's been years and we can't find anything, but you can only get them prescribed.
It's like we know there's a gateway there. We've never found it. We can't prove it, but we just know it's there.
It's all conjecture.
We assume.
The worst. Oh my god. So if your kid has a cat, obviously there's issues going on.
Well, I think anybody that has a cat has issues already.
I guess that's all I got out of this, other than some dumbass can get published. Wow,
I already removed that ad.
That was such a hurtful fucking article. Jesus.
It's hard to read, I feel bad for my Aussie friends because they can't read good news because it's all fucked up.
I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say your reading comprehension skills are pretty good, and my reading comprehension skills are okay. And this was hard to listen to, see, and read.
Mm-hmm.
Good God. I mean, we've had some bad articles, and they're just shit bad articles. This one's like really bad. And
so here, all right, you understand we have a thing in our country called the separation of powers, right, Kevin?
I've heard of it.
And each branch of the government has its own power area.
Yeah,
like that,
balance and check and balance.
The legislative branch, they make the laws. The executive branch, they enforce the laws or enact the laws. And the judicial branch, they interpret the laws.
Yeah.
So this is on my this is on my feed. So I'm gonna show this because this is a guy running for governor here in Texas. So I've been dragging on this Beto O'Rourke piece of shit for a couple days now. But look,
has he killed any kids yet?
No, he has not that we're aware of.
I'm not really looking at it. Sorry.
Marijuana legalization or anything like that? Want to legalize it. Want to make sure that we also expunge the arrest records for those who've been convicted of possession, especially because it's a substance that's legal in most of the rest of the country, and especially because those who disproportionately serve time are black and brown. even though we know Texans of all ethnicities and races use marijuana right now in the state. So we can make it right, and we can begin to correct some of the injustice of the past. Yeah, thanks for asking.
So he says, I'm going to legalize it.
That's some great ball licking there, Beto.
I mean, I don't disagree. I literally do not disagree with him. Pot should be legal. Yes. People of color are disproportionately affected in our criminal justice system. I don't disagree with that. I have no problem with that, other than the fact that this is the same motherfucker that wrote a story ideating killing. He has homicidal ideations, driving over killing children with his car. And I'm sorry, but that type of mental illness does not go away. Not on its own. You need tons and tons and tons of like psychiatric help. Yeah. If a child today wrote a story for school and turned that into a teacher, that teacher would immediately take that story to the guidance counselor
and the news.
And no, not the news, the guidance counselor. The guidance counselor would then call the parents. We need to have some counseling sessions with your child because he has written a story about killing other kids with his car. He needs help.
Yeah.
He needs to be on some meds. He needs to, we need to figure out what's going on because he's writing stories about killing other kids with his car. This guy, nada, nothing. And
he was an adult,
actually
right?
did hit somebody with his car.
Did he? Oh, good Lord. Oh my God.
Yes. Not only that, but he was arrested for breaking and entering when he was, in college, doing some home theft, burglary stuff.
But did he inhale? No.
I'm sure he did because his brain damage. But then when he was in Congress, he was investigated and found guilty of performing some unethical behavior with some of his investments.
No.
Yes.
No.
And campaign stealing funds from his, from inappropriate campaign financing stuff.
No way.
Yeah. This guy says things that people want to hear.
Well, of course.
Just so that he can get elected, like all other politicians. Don't get me wrong, but this particular one is a psychopath.
Yeah.
Mark my words. They're going to find dead bodies in his yard one of these days.
Yeah.
Even if I have to, no, I was going to say, even if I have to go.
I know where that was going to go.
No, what's really sad is I was out watering my plants today, and there's a kid walking around doing door knocking, wearing a Beto shirt, and he comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, well, do we have your support on blah blah blah?" And I'm like, "Sorry, dude, but do you know the guy that you're walking around? Do you know what he stands for?" "Oh, yes." I'm like, "Did you know that he was arrested when he was a kid for hitting another car, purposefully hitting another car with his car? Did you know that he was arrested when he was in college for breaking and burglary and stuff like that? Did you know that he wrote stories about killing children with his car when he was in school?"
Yeah.
Did you know that he was found guilty doing insider trading with Twitter stocks and made something like $3 million?
Did he?
Did you know that? Did you know that he stole money from his campaign when he was running for president, when he was still in Congress? Did you know any of these things? Where did you get that from? And I'm like, it's all over the internet. If you would bother to do some searches, news searches. These were news articles. These are not like some weird, crazy conspiracy websites. All of this stuff has been reported. Reuters actually did an entire expose, like covering his entire history. They called it the beta test of Beto O'Rourke. And it had like everything all in one article. It was really cool because
You can
And
find it.
Reuters is not a conservative news site. You know, it's pretty respected and pretty well known. But yeah, this is like I said, I don't disagree with legalizing pot. I think pot would be fine. I'm kind of mad because I won't be able to use it even if it is legal. But you know, I want to keep my license to practice medicine, so I still have to, you know, I am a licensed healthcare practitioner and must follow a code of ethics. And one of those things is not using the marijuana. It's right there.
I don't see any difference ever between coming home and having a cocktail and having a spliff. That was for you.
Other than the fact that one is one has been around hundreds of years longer and has a much more powerful lobby than the other. Sure, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, even if he was
elected
elected to be governor, which he's 9 points behind, it doesn't look like there's any chance in hell of him catching up. And that is from the most recent poll of polls from today. There's not enough seats. They don't have enough seats in the Congress to actually pass this legislation. Texas is still a little behind in some things, and you know that's one of the things. But I can take it because I can still drink all I want and have as many guns as I want.
There you go.
So you gotta give and take, Kevin. You gotta compromise.
A fair and balanced world.
All right. So if I have to give up something, it's not going to be the guns. I'll give you the pot. Okay, fine. I get to have bourbon though, right? Okay. Yeah, fine. Bourbon and bullets, man.
Bullets and bourbon.
That's what I'm going to name my new publishing company, Bullets and Bourbon.
Bullets and bourbon.
Bullets and Bourbon Publishing.
It's so sad.
Oh, I am starting a publishing company.
Good. You should.
I am.
Why not? Marijuana was found in the Egyptian pyramid. Look at that. That's how they built them damn pyramids.
No, actually, one of the ways that they paid, there's tons of documentaries on the modern thinking of how the pyramids were built. I don't want to go into the aliens and stuff like that, but a lot of the records indicate that it was a big, huge public works project, right? And it was they worshiped their kings. You know, the pharaohs were gods on earth.
Yeah.
So when the pharaoh says we're going to build this big old fucking pyramid, like people were sending their young to go and build this, and one of the ways they paid their people was in beer.
Nice.
They found the actual recipes in the hieroglyphs of making Egyptian beer.
And why haven't you made it yet?
Because I have beer readily available, like right there.
It's right there.
Why would I go to the trouble of making beer when it's right there, and I don't have to go to the problem of like fermenting it and putting it in the thing and the hops and everything, and then stirring it and then putting it in bottles and praying to God that it doesn't pop the lids, because they do that. That's one of the things. If you don't get the lids on right, they pop them, and then
that cake right there reminds me of that, because
eating Spider-Man's head, that's not nice.
Yeah. We went to Walmart, and we've never bought a cake for the kids. Janice always made them, and we were at Walmart, and we looked, and it was with the cake and the little toys and the 6-cup cakes was like $18, and I'm like, God, you couldn't have made it for that much.
Oh no, you can't. No. Mm-mm.
So I'm not going to necessarily promote Walmart.
I mean, based on the, I mean, I used to run a bakery, Kevin. So,
well, there you go.
Based on the amount of time and stuff it takes one person to make one cake.
Yeah.
For almost the same amount of money, I can make 8 cakes at a restaurant, in a professional environment. Right. You don't make one cake at a time. Now, those cakes, those rounds, and even like sheet cakes and half sheet cakes, they're not even baked in the store. Like those come in frozen.
Yeah.
and they get decorated in the store.
Right.
But
her decorations would have been 15, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then you got to consider the amount of time it takes, you know.
And her
Your time is worth money.
Her frustration was worth $18 or whatever, or 17, 18. With real
getting the tips and everything, you know, you had all the different tips to make the different shapes on the icings and stuff.
Mom made a mean ass cake. There was some goofiness in her world, but she made some mean ass cakes and decorated very, very well, including beetles in the early days. Yeah, so yeah, she had some beetles. I wish I had them cake decorations, but
oh, you're talking about cake decorations? I thought you might have been talking about red velvet cake.
No,
you know that the actual red dye that they use to make red velvet cake is actually from the shells of beetles.
Are they really?
Yes. So every time you think about that now, when you're eating red velvet cake,
I've never had it. Probably never
had. Oh my God, it's awesome.
Good night, Janine. 1,000 miles.
Beetle shells. Well, since Janine's leaving, Kevin, how would you like to say goodnight to our friends?
I'd like to say goodnight to our friends that I've missed you over the past couple of weeks, and we all have lives we have to lead sometimes. But when we're here, y'all are more enjoyable than Patrick, and make good choices, play nice with the others, make good decisions, and try to like Patrick a little bit once in a while. That's it. That's all I got.
I have a few words to say tonight, Kevin.
And happy birthday, Logan. 4.
Happy birthday to Logan. Now I
Andrew.
have to.
Andrew.
Andrew shows up late. Like
a few
like
words.
A woman, you know, just shows up late.
Oh, I just can't believe you just said that. Please send all comments and complaints too.
Now I'm gonna share my screen one more time.
All right.
So that I can say goodnight the way I want to say goodnight.
All right.
So I want to say goodnight to our dear friend Skip, who I still haven't gotten to see your presentation from 3 weeks ago. I apologize for that. However, as much as I love you for that, you need to leave Mark alone.
Don't you ever.
How dare you?
Stop that.
How dare you say mean things about my friend Mark?
Janine, I'm honored.
Now, Bernie and Mark did not make an appearance tonight, so they may not have signal at deer camp.
Yep. That's all right. Andrew came in.
know, Andrew came late, but you, my friend Sir Didymus, you and your awful comment about my friend Mark calling him a rat bag.
Rat bag. I like
How
that.
dare you, my friend?
Oh, there's a mini clip.
How dare you? That's not good enough. I want the full thing. And for some reason, they didn't send me the link. Normally, I get media access and I can download all of the videos, but this time they didn't send it to me. I don't know why. So clusterfuck vape bands are apparently on sale for $1.69 plus your 30% coupon. Son of Liberty Radio at vapeband.com.
That's like almost free.
I know. Speaking of which, our good friend, the inspiration for the clusterfuck vape bands, has not yet received any clusterfuck vape bands. So we need to get our friend in England, the wonderful, awesome lady that inspired the entire thing. Skip, you did give me a video, but a link, but it was Richards, and Richards was unusable. It was really like poppy and a lot of audio problems and stuff. I couldn't watch it. My OCD was
stop being cantankerous.
Yeah. So you leave my friend Mark alone, damn it.
crotchety, cranky old broad.
I know it. Judy didn't get her vape bans. But anyway, before I leave, did you see my El Chupacabra
I see.
hat?
It kind of looks like Glance when he's not eating.
My El Chupacabra. But anyway, we love you.
Yes.
Even you, Skip, and Didymus, even though you're on my poopy list right now. We'll see you in 7. Oh, yes, we'll see you in 7 days, unless something awful happens again and I have to leave town for 2 weeks. Just remember that even though we do make light of a lot of the articles and stuff that we're sharing, this is serious business because these people are being brainwashed, and it's sad because the quality of shit that they're being brainwashed with is awful. Nobody should believe this mess. I mean, you saw the articles that we read, and somehow people are believing this nonsense. I don't know, Kevin. But anyway, we love you. We'll see you in 7 days. Let's do some stuff here. Let's do this.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
I'd like one of you bureaucrats out there to look me in the eye and tell me, when does my husband's life matter to you? Because it matters every day, every second of every day to me.